Howdy, howdy. It's a late live. It's okay. We're still live, right? This is crooked. What are you doing? Getting stared at. Howdy, howdy. I gotta find myself. There I am. Found myself. Hey, Miss Kelly. So let me grab my stuff. I have felt off all day. Anybody else ever feel like that? Like, I'm not sick. I've just felt off. I've eaten properly. I had enough sleep last night. So I don't know what the problem is. I actually even like used my phone and took my blood pressure today because I was like, well, maybe that could be an issue. All right, look, according to everything, it was in the normal range. Oh, that's crooked. I was off. I don't know the problem. So this may not be the best live ever because I felt better in the middle of the afternoon and while I was sleeping this morning. I felt better in the middle of the afternoon, and then about an hour or so ago, maybe 2, it started coming back. So I don't know. Hello, Miss Samantha. How are you doing? So let me get this. Let me send this out into Facebook land a little bit. That's not where I was going. Sure. So this is the transfer that we used last night. It is the October Chalk Couture transfer, and I put bubbles on that when I put it back on the backer. See, that's not something I normally do. So that's October Chalk Couture transfer. And we ended up making this cute little shirt, which I have not worn yet. I was tempted to wear it right away. I have not washed it and worn it yet. I'm waiting. I'm making myself wait. Give me a second. We're going to do another shirt tonight. I thought about changing it up, but I said I was going to do another shirt, so I'm doing another shirt. Let's see, is this where I wanted? There's one. I think I read that you were staying with your grandma right now. Well, you still figure out your new apartment location, because apartment hunting is a pain in the butt. Complete pain in the booty. I'm in some groups. I have no idea where that one came from. All right. If you are not a Chalk Couture designer, please feel free to send this out into Facebook land for me. That would be much appreciated. And let me see. I guess I'll just send it. To myself? I don't know. Okay, I can't see the chat. Yeah, that's true, Kelly. I'm sorry. But like I don't know. It's just, like it's not that I feel that I don't want to, like depression or anything like that. It's just, I feel off. I have energy. It's not that I'm like sluggish or anything. It's just I feel off. Hi, Miss Carrie. I'm breathing fine. My vision's fine. The only thing I can think of is the weather's crazy. And I'm thinking maybe that has something to do with it. It's been very humid, sticky, not comfortable. So I think that might be part of the problem. Ugh, I can't reach. Just out of reach. Ah! Trying to grab that without knocking everything else over. Okay, so we are going to do another shirt tonight. Hi, Miss Florence. We are going to do the But Did You Die t-shirt. We're going to put it on a gray shirt because then every color in the world goes with gray. Oh, man. Well, I mean, I have contacts in right now, and y'all see me put on my reading glasses all the time. The contacts are for far away. And, like, I can just, like, figure out the words on the phone, which is right there. And I can read them on the laptop, but it's easier for on my eyes if I actually put them on because I can kind of read the words, but, like, when I'm looking at myself in the little camera, I look fuzzy, if that makes sense. I'm not crisp. So yeah, if I put my reading glasses on with my contacts, I have clarity. And if I take out my contacts, then I have to put on my real glasses to see far away, which is still the same problem. Woohoo! Miss Kelly! Yay! That's awesome. Okay, so we have this gray t-shirt. I'm going to put my older ink mat in here. It's not very sticky at all anymore. It's just a barrier to keep the ink from going from the front through to the back side because nobody wants that. Designs are only supposed to be on the one side, not both sides, unless you like tie-dye it or do things like that, which I gotta finish playing with tie-dye stuff too. We gotta revisit that. So I'm just gonna put that in here. It's not super sticky, like I said. It's just an old mat. I have several new mats. And my transfer fits on that. It's one that's cut in half, that ink mat. Oh, and that is crooked. See how crooked it is? The words are all going willy-nilly. So let me get that more straight. All right. I'm going to push it down some because I'm not going to be doing up on the collar area. I really just want the mat underneath where I'm going to be inking so the design doesn't go through. And normally I wouldn't be able to lift this as much because the other mats are sticky. It keeps it in place when you're working on it, especially if you're doing several things. I'm just doing this transfer and we're moving on. Okay, so this is a reusable silkscreen mesh transfer from Chalk Couture. What you see that is white is the silkscreen. You can see my fingers through there. That's what the ink is going to go through to get onto the shirt. So we're going to take that. The shirt that I'm wearing is also a shirt that I made, oh, maybe 2 years ago now, year and a half. It's probably 2 years. It's one of the shirts that will be getting retired as I make new shirts, because I definitely need to make some new shirts. All right, so we're just going to put this on, get it where it looks somewhat even, but not too high on the collar. I need to drop that down some. You got to keep that in mind when you're putting things on shirts. You need to kind of be centered and not way up on the collar. So you need to drop it down. Usually where's the head? There it is. I'm backwards. Usually it's a couple of inches. So 2 inches. There's actually guides on where to put stuff. It's on Facebook, or not Facebook, it's on the internet. Google. All right, so I'm just going to push this down. What you see is teal is actually where the adhesive is. This has a lot of open space. And I'm just trying to make sure I don't have any bubbles in here. I possibly could, like right there. Bubbles make a little difference when you're silk screen, or when you're putting the ink through. It makes it like a blob. Oh, good. My eyes don't usually change a lot, so I really don't think that's happened recently. Like, I had the same prescription for, like, how old am I now? Forever. And within the last 4 or 5 years, he changed, actually it's probably longer than that, 5 years ago, he changed the distance on my contacts. Just, it went from one to the next level. That's it. All right, so that color doesn't belong in there. All right, so I've picked out 2 color combinations. Is that so? I may not use all of these colors, but I'm going to do this shirt in either like the blues, the blue variation, or the pinky purple variation. What do y'all say? Are we doing reds or blues? Y'all tell me. And if you're watching, you have any questions about Chalk Couture, let me know. Oh, and by the way, pink, the purples, so this one. This banner, not with this transfer, but it actually comes, oh shoot, I'm going to turn it over. I'm trying to turn it over. It actually comes with this transfer and everything else that you see. Well, we'll just do this. This Trick or Treat banner, it's a thick felt. I did both sides. Comes with the ribbon, comes with the little bar, comes with the candy corn tassel. This kit is actually on sale right now. It's like a super sale. I'm going to order some more just so I have the black felt banners. Those are amazing. I love them. Oh. Well, I was going to use that in the middle of some of these colors, kind of as a blending. Instead of using straight white, that was going to go as blending. These may not be the exact colors I decide to use. Color scheme. So anyway, that's on sale. Less than $20. It comes with the paste singles, the mini squeegee, the tassel, the ribbon, the bar, and the felt, and the transfer. I think that's everything. And it's less than $20 plus shipping. It's an amazing deal. So if you're interested in that, let me know. In fact, I need to put my chalk site here. Oh, that's not it. Hold on. That is not my chalk site. And if you want that specific item, I can give that to you as well. But that's the link to my chalk site where everything's at. We're going to pin that. All right, let's see. Pink, purple, purple, reds. Okay, well, obviously, I can't see that now. All right, we're not doing blues. Everybody's going pinks and purples. All right. I was just going to do like an ombre down the shirt, but now I'm like, oh, but I got these cute little dots on everything. So I'm like, I forgot about those before I started. When I pulled it off the backer, I was like, oh, crap. See, I don't know if I'm using that color or not. See, I just felt like a weird rush. It's not woozy. It's not dizzy. Just weird. And I also have this lighter color to use if I want. I kind of want to leave the red out, although that's great for the word red, dye. I got to figure out the order I'm doing this. Not today, but I don't think that's it. Because it's been like off and on, not around when I've eaten, and not like, and eating hasn't messed with it. It's just random. Oh, look at you two. Blood sugar, blood sugar. Do we need this color? I think we do. Am I doing ombre or am I doing each color a different word? I'm not sure. I've lost my train. I kind of think dye needs to be in that color. I mean, if I ombre, it's going to be kind of down it. That color's not going to show up really well. I did check my blood pressure. I did that this afternoon when I thought I was having an issue. I checked it with my phone, which has normally been pretty good. There's a little app that you can do that. So, and my heart, each word a different color than the pink for the dots and the lines. Oh, those. Like this pink or this pink? Because this is going to be... See, I think this one's going to be too light. That's the problem with that one. I think that's ink. I'm not sure. The label's off of it. I'm not even sure if these are good anymore. Hot pink. Actually, I'm going to probably use that for the little letters and lines because there's not a ton of it. And I know that one's ink. All right, we'll use that. Each word a different color than the pink for all the dots and the lines. Okay, so I'm going to lay it out in these colors. This is going to be the top, the middle, whatever the third word, and this is going to be dye because it's like blood red. It's called Currant Jam, but it kind of looks like old blood to me. And then I'm going to use like this purpley color for the little dots and lines. And we're going to do that one first. Because we're doing ink, you don't really have to worry about the ink drying on you. When you're using paste, you have to worry about it drying. So you have to move kind of quickly. This one you don't. So I am going to, this is a wet wipe because I don't want to have ink on my fingers and put it on my project. And I like to also have a little barrier over here. I'm going to move this over. So as I'm moving across the shirt, if I drip on a towel and not the shirt. Because the ink will leave a stain, especially bright colors on a light colored shirt. All right, so I'm just going to grab this. I do need to use this up anyway. I'm going to mix it and hope there's enough to do all these. It's kind of thick. There's really not that much, I don't think. We're gonna see. I'm gonna give it just a dribble of water. It's a little bit thick. It's been sitting in this container. I'm not sure I can dribble enough. There. It's just like barely. No, you don't have to rush with the ink. You can take your time. It takes forever to dry on its own. Like, no, if you don't speed it up, it'll dry in 24 hours, or it takes 24 hours to dry. So yeah, take your time with the ink, and you want to make sure the transfers are down properly, and in general, you're supposed to go like the same direction so you don't get bleed underneath. You'll see me, I go probably a couple of different directions on everything I do, but I am trying not to put too much pressure and move the transfer up. Now in this case, we may have an issue. All right, we're gonna do, and I do like to usually put ink on a little bit thicker because I know it soaks in. That's just my thing. You don't really have to. I'm doing the first layer with this, and I may go back and put some more on. I just want to make sure I have enough coverage. I'm pretty sure I do. Like, I don't have to wear anything fancy to work, so most of my wardrobe ends up being blue jeans and t-shirts, and my t-shirts are all now like Chalk Couture t-shirts, ones that I've made, which is great because I don't have to spend $20 on a shirt that's going to be destroyed after the first washing, or it's got something on it that I don't like in a color I don't like. I can choose what I want to put on my own shirts. I can choose the colors I want. I can choose the color of the shirt. I can just mix and match to my little heart's happy. I will also make shirts for people if they want them. They just have to let me know. I have a zillion transfers, and there's even more that I don't have that Chalk Couture has. So just let me know. I think the question mark's going to be this color too, because why not? And I have plenty of this to go back over and put it on thicker. All right, really trying to use up the rest of this. So I'm just going to put it on a little bit thicker and let it sit. There's more in here than I thought. So what is everybody doing tonight? Florence, are you oh, no, you're in the wrong part of the state. You're not getting all this rain stuff that I've been getting for the last several hours. It's like a rainstorm that's starting to go away now, but it was really heavy earlier. It's been going on for like, what time is it? 4 hours. Something like that. It was really heavy earlier. Now it's just like a nice rain. I think it's headed, it's part of that last little hurricane that was in the Gulf. I'm in Dallas, in the Gulf of Mexico. And it's headed kind of northeast. So it shouldn't be where Florence is at, I wouldn't think. Okay, I'm just going to put this over to the side. because I'm going to do a little cleanup after we're done and get all that extra off. I don't need to right now. All right. I need to get that out of the way so I don't touch it. There's my wet wipe. All right, let's do some colors. And I'm just going to use my mini squeegees for, oh, I am gonna need to stir that one up. Whew. In general, you don't have to add water to your inks unless they've been sitting around for 2 years. Then they probably need some water. This one needs some water. Well, it was headed northeast, so I don't know if you're going to get it. But yeah, it's been raining for like 4 hours. This is like super sticky. So give me a second while I squish this around. It's like bubble gum. I'm used to having to add water to the paste, but like I said, didn't expect it with the ink, but I'm down to like the last half of this jar, probably less than that, and you know, it's like 2 years old. So it is down at the bottom of the jar. It's been open a while. It's gotten a little sticky. Now it's better. I just need to stir it some more. Oh shoot, where are you in Oklahoma? I don't remember. I got too many friends in Oklahoma. Piedmont, Blanchard, Oklahoma City. I'm not sure where Ellie lives. Moore. Ellie doesn't live in Moore. Kathy lives in Moore. Oh, you're in Kansas. Oh, okay. Totally not Oklahoma. Yeah, they had the weather people caused such panic yesterday about the heavy winds that were coming in and tornadoes, like that nobody was on the road last night. And then it was really nothing. It was like 30 minutes of like a little bit of heavy wind. It was nothing like crazy, like they said, like 70-mile-an-hour gusts, tornadoes and things like that. No, we had, my trash cans didn't even blow over. It wasn't that bad. Okay, this is usable now. I do need to scrape the sides of this really badly. Kind of feel like I should just use that, but I have it on my squeegee too, so it doesn't really matter. So anyway, the storm, or the winds that they were expecting last night weren't anything. So they caused panic for no reason. Do you see what just jumped on my screen? A little fuzzy. And see, that's why I pay attention to what I'm doing. I just got, shoot, ink on my fingers, on all my fingers. Oh my gosh. We're going to do this color and then we're going to put it away. I got it over there too. Remind me not to touch anything. It's a little bit thick still. More like jam. Whew, that was a lot on there. It's like really thick jam. I'm really trying to go in the same direction, but that's not going to be possible with what I'm doing. Especially since I have jam going on right here. See, you do not have to be perfect at all to do artsy craftsy stuff, because half the time the mistakes make it different and unique. And I am by no means perfect. Yep, my regular viewers know that sometimes I really mess some stuff up. Sometimes it turns out beautiful. Sometimes we wipe it back off, if it's on a chalkboard, and do it again. All right, so we're going to let that sit for a minute. It's all over me. This is why I keep wet wipes, because I don't want to put a fingerprint of dark purple in the middle of my shirt. If I do, I'm going to have to add a heart or a flower or something to cover it. Oh, got it even there. Yeah, exactly. The weatherman, the only person can be wrong 99% of the time and keep their job. Okay, so we got that one. You have family in Louisville. Okay. So Louisville isn't that far from me. Oh, see, this one's more like the creamy, dreamy paste. This is what it's supposed to be like. It's like loose. Yeah, Louisville is about 30 minutes away with no traffic. Depending on how bad the traffic is, it could be 45 minutes to an hour and a half. All depends on the traffic. Now this one I'm having to like go a couple of different directions, and I'm really trying to be careful about not touching the other colors. And I'm not putting a lot of pressure on this when I'm doing it. I'm doing it actually kind of lightly. Just enough to push it through the screen, because I'm trying not to make it bleed and go under the screen. Especially since I'm going multiple directions. When you're doing that, when you're doing it on fabric, textiles, there's a possibility that it will bleed under the screen if the screen is not down enough, stuck enough. This one seemed to be pretty adhesive, so let's hope we don't have any issues. Like I said, I am putting this on thick. I like to put it on thick and then go back and take it off. That's just my preference. There's nothing that says you have to do that. And if I was working with paste on a board, a different surface, a hard surface, I would be taking and doing paste and peel with this, where I do one color, I pull up the screen, I dry it, I put the screen back down. I don't peel it all the way off. I just peel up the one section that I did. And then I work on, I put the screen back down, and then I move to the next color, and then do the same thing. Peel it up, dry it, and push the screen back down, move to the next color. But in this case, the ink does not dry super fast, so we can do this, and totally don't know where I dropped that, and work our way through it, and then go back and take it off. Kind of almost don't want to use this color, but I don't want to use the other color either. This one's brighter. It's not very pretty, really. What is this color? Fig. This is... No, it is. It is Fig. Regal, Couture, Coral, and then the last one's going to be Currant Jam. Let's see. Samantha's got new glasses. Kelly's got a new job. Carrie, what do you have going on? And there's other people watching. What do y'all have going on? Florence, how's your job going? I feel like I'm backwards right there. I also find it seems easier to move the squeegee if you have more paste on it, or ink in this case, as you move it across. Which is another reason it's letting me do it lightly as I go across, and I'm not having to push down super hard, because there's a ton of ink on here. Like I said, it's my thing. It just seems to work for me, so I'll go with it. All right, clear that one. Then we'll move to the last color. I got ink on my hand. Oh, look at that. I got a new baby coming. Do we know if we have a granddaughter or a grandson? First time grandma. Congratulations. Look at that color. That is so cool. Woo! 2-11 service debt. Man, you're busy. And it's coming up on everybody going, oh crap, it's Halloween. We need a costume. And everybody rushing in at the same time to go get costumes and candy. Because back to school's already happened. So the next thing's the crazy Halloween shopping. Last minute. And then you have everybody that comes in the week of Thanksgiving going, oh yeah, we need to make food. And of course, Black Friday. And then you got all the crazy Christmas shopping. Wow, my AC actually kicked on. See, I can't even turn my AC off. I mean, most of the time during the night, it doesn't come on very often. Just because it doesn't come on very much during the night because it's cold out. It's down in the 70s, 60s. Actually, it's been in the 60s. I think tonight it's supposed to get in the 50s. Yikes. During the day, it's still in the high 80s and 90s, so you still need to have the AC on. So I'm like, well, screw it. I'm not going to turn it off yet. Because if I open the windows at night, then it gets too chilly, and I'm freezing. And it's too hot during the day. And you replied, and I'll look in just a second. Let me finish the D here. I kind of totally did this letter backwards. Okay. Fingers. Okay. It's a boy. Josiah the Second. My son wants to call him Deuce for a nickname. No. No. Because everybody's gonna, once he gets in school, everybody's gonna talk about dropping a deuce. So figure out a different second nickname. I know in our family, no one's really been called Junior. Nobody's been called Junior. He's gonna have to be Jesse, or what's the middle initial? He could be initials. We had a Trey because he was the third. I know some people call them Trip. We had a Trey. Yeah, your daughter-in-law's right. You do not want that kid to be known as Deuce. No, poor kid will hate that nickname. Michael. JM? Doesn't really go together. We gotta think of something. What's another nickname for 2? Another word for 2. And then Trey, his brother that was born after him, was the first of a new name. So since they had a Trey, we nicknamed him Ace. So we had Ace and Trey, or Trey and Ace. Uno, dos. Dos, no, that's not very good. 2, Tui. Canadian money, it's a loonie and a toonie. The 2 is the $2. You don't really want to call him Toonie. Come on, people. What's another name for? I'm getting stuff all over me again. Another word for 2. Un, deux, trois. That doesn't work either. J2. He could be J2. So I'm just pulling this back off now that we have it sitting on here. I'm taking the darker colors off first, so in case I go across where that lighter color is, I don't put dark right on top of it. Like right now it's kind of got a barrier because the lighter color is still there. Trying to think in not all my, but in the languages, what is 2? Trouble. Trouble. All right, Kelly. We're not talking about you, dear. Oh my gosh. No. He's not turning 2, or he is going to be the second. So his father is the first. He's a second. Yeah. Not Deuce. I'm with your daughter-in-law, not Deuce. There's got to be another name. I'm just drawing a blank on it. And I can't use the Siri function because we're live. I really can close these up after I'm done with them. Right? Yes. Kind of. I need that other squeegee. We'll do that one last. Trouble. Kelly, you are trouble. I'm not digging the fig on this shirt. But too late now. Although, I don't know. I'm thinking of doing something here with the fig. You know what? We're thinking of something. Twain. No, we're not going to do it that. We're going to do something different. Let me pull off this other color and get those out of the way. Not number 2. He obviously doesn't want Junior, which I understand about that. I have plenty of friends that are juniors. We just never had any in our family that we called junior. My brother is a junior, but my mom quickly found out that when she called their name, my dad's name and his name, neither one of them came. They thought she was talking to the other one. So that quickly changed, and my oldest brother, instead of being a junior, was soon called Buddy, because he was Dad's little buddy. So that was his name. He's Buddy. And now he goes by his given name, and only me and my brother and my dad and the rest of the actual family call him Buddy. Like, everybody he meets, he's his given name. So we call him Buddy. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to do this. I was going to do this. I'm making a mess. I don't like how dark that is. So I'm going to brighten it up. Whoop, maybe not brighten it that much, but we're going to brighten that up a little bit and just kind of give it some texture here. Not overly crazy changing the color. I need to get a different corner. I've run out of corner. There. That will brighten it up some, and I don't feel like it's super dark, but it's not as bright as the pink that's above it. Now, if I really wanted to, I could take some of the other color and blend that in there, but I'm not. I just wanted it a little bit brighter. Twain. Kind of digging Twain. Tui. All right. Brighten it up a little bit. It's not quite so dark. I got crap everywhere. Okay, now I need to pull off that purpley color. And I've got ink all over my fingers. It doesn't really matter, because I'm not going to touch the shirt right now. And see, that's why I left the lighter purple on, because I just scraped across and pulled the darker. But I had enough of that, whatever this color is, that it's not noticeable. Probably going to be the same thing right there. Because this is a mixed up color anyway. This is from when we did ombre on a shirt. Or I actually made this color purple. I can't remember. It is quite thick. It needs some water. All right, let me pull my squeegees and put them all in a pile and close my inks up before removing this transfer, because I would really like to not make a mess. Oh, you're talking about Carrie's. Well, if the kid's a second, so Josiah Michael is the dad's name. But what does the dad go by? Carrie, I know you're there. What's dad go by? You could just call him Little J too, or J. I know a lot of people do that. They say little whoever. So you could do that. Just call him J. Okay, so he actually goes by Josiah. Yeah, little Jess, J, little J. There's got to be some perfect word. All right, you ready for the reveal? Let's make sure I don't have any crazy ink marks on my hands. All right, we're going to get our tray that we put our transfers in. I'm going to put it right there so I don't have to worry about it. Okay, cross your fingers. Oh, that part looks okay. Well, crap. I see a bubble. I don't normally get bubbles when I do shirts. Look, see, I got ink. This is why I always check my hands. No, not BJ. Not Deuce, not BJ. Little J. Little J is fine. No, we're going to veto, for the kids' sake, Deuce and BJ. I have a friend that his name is Brandon James. And he went by BJ when I knew him. And as that became more prevalent for other words, he started going by Brandon, obviously. I always called him just Beige, kind of a combination. Instead of BJ, it's Beige. It's just kind of a combination of the two letters, and so he's just Beige to me. So yeah, he changed that. We're not, yeah. Not a good choice. All right, so I don't know if you can see, there's a little spot missing on the U, so we're gonna fill that in. I'd just go with little J, because everybody's gonna know who you're talking about. Or little Jess. What about Saya? Could you just shorten it to Saya? And then have Josiah and Saya? So I just filled it in. It's going to be a little bit of different texture because it didn't go through the screen, but I didn't like the blank spot it had on there anyway. And this part, where I kind of made it a little brighter, much better than just the darker color that was there, especially on this gray shirt. All right, so let's get that out of the way, and I'm going to grab this, straighten that out. I'm going to take and put all my squeegees with ink that need to be washed, and I'm probably going to wash that out too because it's so thick. And I'm going to take all these squeegees and put them in my tray. Make sure they don't touch, the paper towel doesn't touch my transfer because it's sticky. All right, and I'm going to move that out of the way. I'm going to clean my hand again. Not with that, I need a clean one. And then we're going to dry this till it's tacky to the touch, which may take a bit, and I need a clean wet wipe. I'm trying to go through my, like, you see the wheels turning? I'm trying to think of like movies that were part 2. You know. All right. I'm moving this out of the way because my mat's underneath it. I'm going to turn on my Easy Press. So it's ready to go when we're ready to use it. And now I'm going to get my hair dryer. It's going to be loud. I do have the quick dry tool, but it doesn't dry it as quick. Yeah, he may end up being Peanut, you know? A lot of kids get nicknamed Peanut because they're like a little peanut. One of my friends named their kid, or nicknamed their kid Bean. Okay, yeah, it works. They're Bean. Yeah, well, stay awake, Kelly. Sorry, the hair dryer is going to take a little bit. I got to get it where it's tacky to the touch. I don't think I got all the way on the edge on that D. Too late now. Yeah, with putting that extra little bit of pink on that, totally changed it. And I do have my ink mat still inside the shirt. If it was actually my good ink mat, I would have pulled it out because the heat can make it kind of bubble like work. But it's just one that's old now. I have newer ones. I take better care of those. Okay, I'm going to keep talking to Kelly so she stays awake. Unfortunately, the hairdryer is loud. Sorry. Actually, twain is a word for two. Well, yeah, but I told you I was going on late. Most of this should be good. Just where I put the extra paste or ink to fill in that spot, I'm trying to make sure that's really dry because it's a little bit thicker. Hair ponds are dead. Ew. Okay, Snoopy. Good. Except for maybe right there, where I haven't really been on. weird. Like, it doesn't show Snoopy up there, but it does over here. Okay, sorry. My ears are crazy now. I know y'all's are. Oof, sorry. And by the way, not using the Candy Apple Red was probably a good choice. I'm not too thrilled with the light purple, but Candy Apple Red, for reference, this would not have gone with this shirt, with these other colors. Alright, so I'm going to take out the ink mat. Ta-da, that's good. See, there's like barely any sticky on that. It's just an old one that I've cut in half. Now we're going to get our heat mat and we're going to put it under the shirt. And we're going to make sure our design is all on the mat. And for this first pass, we're going to use our parchment paper. This is the same parchment paper we used last night. You can kind of see some words. They're dry, it's fine, but I'm flipping it the other way. And we always use parchment paper on here because I have not let it dry for 24 hours, so it's still actually like wet underneath the top layer where we just dried it to make it tacky to the touch. Let me get my Easy Press. Very, very hot. And we're going to turn it that way. Alright, I will hit the button for y'all. I don't really pay attention to it. It's roughly 30 seconds per side at 305 degrees. You don't have to move it around unless it's a big, like, the design's bigger than your Easy Press. I have the biggest Easy Press that they made at the time. I think it's a 10 by 12, which works great for me because the B-size transfers, which is the transfer that we use tonight, is 9 by 12. So generally this will cover a whole B-size transfer and I don't have to do much to it. And if you were using an iron, it is 4 minutes per side. 4 minutes per side. It's 8 minutes of my life that I can't get back. But this one is just 30 seconds per side, and I'm way over the 30 seconds. I don't really pay attention to it. And you don't have to worry about this burning because it's an even heat all over it. Now it would if I just left it on there forever. Oh, come off, come off. I need an arm. See, it didn't dry all the way through, which is why we put the parchment on there. It's definitely dry now. That's why we put the parchment on it, because I don't want that on there. Now we're just going to flip it around. Making sure not to burn ourselves with the Easy Press, because it's very hot. I would get, I'm sure, 3rd degree burns. Make sure there's no lines. Make sure all the design is on and it's hanging off the bottom here. So we're going to scooch this up. I think it's still hanging off the bottom. All right. Make sure there's no lines. Boom. Oh, that's heavy. And it's much easier to press when there's parchment on here, or to move around when there's parchment on here. It's just smoother. There's no texture. But like I said, in general, I don't even need to move this. It's just my thing. And I don't really pay attention to the time. It's counting down. It's been way longer than it needs to be, I'm sure. Alright, good enough. Let me move this. Doop. All right. Whew, that's hot. Sorry. Move the table, move the camera. Okay, that's hot. We're gonna put that over there, let it cool. And here is our new shirt. But did you die? Oh good, there it is. All on camera for you. So there's that shirt. Like I said, we did the other shirt. The October Chalk Couture is the shirt we did on Monday night. That's this shirt. There. There's that one, which I'm absolutely digging the colors. And now for washing these, I can just go throw them in the wash. I'll throw them in with my regular clothes. I don't even have to worry about it. Like, I'll just go throw them in there with my regular clothes. Whatever temperature the water is, it's all good. There you go. But did you die? Unlike vinyl, you have to worry about washing instructions, washing temperature, things like that, because the vinyl will peel and come off if it's not set right or if you got it on the wrong temperatures. And vinyl, you're really not supposed to put it in the dryer. You're really not supposed to. This, I just wash them with my regular clothes. Like the shirt I've been wearing, it's like 2 years old. Doesn't matter. Goes in with my regular clothes, still looks fine. It's never been an issue. There's our shirts. Got 2 new shirts to wear. If I did this shirt again, I would probably put you in the bright pink. But did you die? Or die? So that's it for tonight. I'm going to go wash that transfer and all my little squeegees because they are a mess. The transfers come clean, really easy. Where's the one that we used the other night? This is the one that we used the other night with the ink, and it's clean. Like you can see just a little bit of staining around the very thankful and incredibly blessed. If the teal part stains, who cares? It blocks the ink and paste. That's what it's supposed to do. As long as the screen, which is what you're seeing is white, is clear and clean, you're good. All right. So that is it for tonight. If you have any questions about Chalk Couture or what I do, joining as a club member, as a Chalk Couture designer yourself, and getting 40% off, let me know. There is a really cool kit going on right now where you get an extra, it's the Christmas Countdown kit inside your starter kit. So you get an extra bonus. It's like another 40 bucks. Like I said, I appreciate you watching, and I will catch y'all later. Bye.